miss you.
I miss you.
Debbie and Myra, the good time gals. Can I sing a theme song at your face?
We would love that.
Yeah.
Hey, I miss you. And I hope you're doing well. I miss you and hearing your music IRL. So I am thinking that you sing me a song or two while I just sit here in my bathroom saying, hey, I miss you.
Yay!
Thank you so much. Oh, it is so good to see both of you. Myra, we're meeting for the first time, I think.
Sure are. Yeah,
Yes.
It's really nice to meet you. Thank
But
you for having us.
Yes, I'm still going to miss you say that because I've known of you for a really long time. And I feel like it's a shame that we haven't met in real life yet. And Debbie, you and I go way back to middle school.
Wow. Oh, man, I want to know.
You
what
went
that
to
was like in middle
elementary school with my husband. It is very
true.
easy to say that I miss
I did like
you.
field day with your husband.
Yeah. It is really good to see both of you. I am sitting in my big green bathroom in suburban Twin Cities area. Neither of you have been here, but someday if you would like to come and sing with me, I would love that.
Yes.
Yes, yes. But I'd like to know, where are you right now?
We are at KJ's Hideaway, which is an awesome new venue in St. Paul. Formerly, some folks may know it as the Artist Quarter or the Vocalists, but it is now KJ's Hideaway, and it is an awesome venue.
It is an awesome video. It's in the venue. It's in the basement of the Ham building, which is a beautiful building as it is. And it's a wonderful space for music and real listening. So if people are in town and they want to really listen to music, it's the place to go.
Yes.
Yes. Yes. Okay. Then I'm going to snap a Polaroid, a pretend Polaroid. We're using our imagination. What I want to know is, when I snap it, how are you right in this second? There it was. Click.
You go first.
It's a good sign.
How am I right in the second? I'm doing great. I'm about to do music. I just met you, and this is lovely. I'm doing wonderful.
Yeah. And I am well, and I'm also having this weird thing where like I'm flashing back to like middle school and high school and modern times all at once, and how surreal it is to be like looking here but hearing you here, and it's all the things. It's
a lot of stimulation, right?
It's like a little potpourri of emotions. I don't know.
Now that we're saying middle school, I want to sing "Relax, You're a guest here at the Blake Hotel." That was just for you and me, for nobody else. Maybe Scholastica if she tunes in. But anyways, okay. I'm wondering, now that we've done this, if the two of you would sing me a song and tell us why you chose the song that you're going to sing.
Yeah. Well, this first tune is called Whiskey Kisses. And it is the first tune that Myra and I worked on collaboratively, and it was like a true co-write. And it's also the title track of our upcoming album. And do you have anything to add about Whiskey Kisses?
We use real life inspiration.
That is so exciting. We will talk about that after you sing the song. I'm going to press 2 buttons. Watch for this. And then now, go for it.
Night is young, the room is dark, the tune has just begun. Beside me sits an empty stool, waiting for someone. Fingers curled, whiskey swirled, I'm flooded with the dregs. I'm one boy, I must explore this craving, oh, but babe, my heart is feeling heavy, my soul is in a bind. Thought thoughts are knocking at this door, pacing circles in my mind. Something stirs within me, and now I need my fix. I can almost taste the whiskey kisses on my lips. Hold me close, take a sip. I need a little tingle on my give me hot and heavy whiskey kisses. Let's get lost in whatever this is. Honey, I'm a vixen to be some kind of vixen. Whiskey kisses on my mind. So now I set the table. Are you able to that? Take me to the edge and back together we will climb. Feeling rather frisky and like some kind of mix. So give it all, it's hot as cold. Take me to the brink. Hold me close, take it. I feel a little tingle on my some kind of vixen. Whiskey kisses on my mind. The night is nearly over. This is all that's gone. So take that empty roster, baby. Hit my bones. Honey, I'm a vixen to be some kind of vixen. Whiskey kisses on my mind. Whiskey kisses on my mind.
So good.
Thank you.
So, whiskey, what's your brand?
Well, I mean, bullet?
Well, I'm kind of a working class gal, so Jameson for me.
I like bullet.
Yeah, yes. That is good. You said you did research, so I needed to know. I've been a Maker's Mark lady for a long time, but I will say that, like, in pandemic, I just became wine only. I mean, I'll still whiskey sometimes, but
That's fair.
I've done less whiskey research.
Yeah.
Maybe
Well, you
I
don't
need
need
to-
much.
If we're having a fancy night, 4 Roses is a good
There you
choice.
go.
Yes, that is a good one. Yes, that is a good one. All right. This is Hey, I Miss You. And Hey, I Miss You is a show that I invented because I used to do something called Toilet Tunes, where I had people come into my big green bathroom and sing with me. And COVID made the big green bathroom feel not big enough for such a enterprise. And so one day I was on a run and I was like, I really miss my friends. And I also am really tired of singing at my face for live streams. And so I said, I wonder if they'll sing at my face. And it turns out sometimes they will. Like, you both said yes, you're going to sing at my face, and I appreciate it. And Hey, I Miss You was born, and it airs every Friday at noon on YouTube.
That's so cool.
Yes. I'm wondering if you would each tell me something good.
Yeah.
Tell me.
Yeah. All right. Well, the other day, we got a last minute call and we got to perform at the Dakota. And for the Good Time Gals, and for me personally, that was my first time on that stage. And that was really cool.
Yeah, that was kind of a funny story. Well, not exactly, because the band that had to reschedule, there were like some health things. So it was a last minute reschedule, and Lowell from the Dakota called me and he's like, we had this guitar tribute thing, and I need somebody to do high quality guitar stuff. He's like, can you do guitar stuff tomorrow night? And I'm like, yeah, that's what I do. I love the call. Thank you, Lowell.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
It is one of the best stages around, and it's on the other side of the river from where you are, so it could be the Minneapolis. It's a good place to play. That's so it was 24 hours is what your notice was?
Oh, gee, was it?
I don't even know if it was 24 hours.
That's amazing.
It might have been less than that, but
we will cover all your emergency Beatles tribute needs.
That's right, or any emergency show needs.
That's awesome. That is awesome. That is very good. Myra, what do you have? What's your good?
Oh, I am running away with the circus. I'm finally doing it.
Yeah?
Yeah, that's not a joke.
The actual circus?
I am running away with the circus. Yes, the show is called The Lonesome Spectacular. It's devised circus theater storytelling in a pop-up like vaudeville. It's actually a truck that was converted into a pop-up vaudeville stage, and I'm touring with them for the month of June, and we are going to hit the Electric Forest Festival, and that is really exciting for me.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Are you playing in Minnesota with the circus at all, or no?
Yeah, one of our opening dates will actually be, I think, one of the parks in Minneapolis. I don't remember exactly which one, but I live day by day by looking at my calendar. I'm like, this is where I am today.
This is where I am today. This might be where I am tomorrow, and I'll answer the emergency call. I think it's working for you. That's amazing. Well, that is really, really good.
Yeah.
I'm excited for you and the circus. In case you missed it. Ooh. In case you missed it.
Okay.
Yeah. This is Debbie.
I have to say, though, this is like a funny thing because like I keep wanting to be like, but what about you? What's good with you? And anyway.
I'm here with you. Anyway. It's okay. What's good with me is that I get to make a new friend and see an old friend. That's really good with me. I think that's pretty spectacular. In case you missed it, this is Debbie and Myra. Debbie Briggs, Myra Burnette. Did I say it right?
Yeah, you sure did.
Of Miss Myra and the Moonshiners. So individual careers and also now the Good Time Gals.
That's right.
Yeah.
I am wondering, I'm going to tell briefly. So the story is Debbie and I went to middle school and high school together. We did all kinds of theater shenanigans and choir shenanigans. We were A cast and B cast. Debbie was cast A for the Phantom of the Opry. Don't get excited, everybody. The Phantom of the Opry was amazing. It was kind of amazing. We did all sorts of choir. We were both sopranos. I feel like you were probably soprano 1 and I was a soprano 2. Does that sound right?
Really?
It does sound right, but now I'm like a contralto.
And the last time I saw you, Debbie, gosh, I don't remember. It was a while ago. It was definitely pre-COVID. And you mentioned at that point, maybe it was around at Norseman.
Might have been. Yeah.
Yes. And you had told me, and this is all going to work together, that you were doing some dog training. And apparently that was part of how the two of you met. So now, boom, tell me that moment. Tell me that story.
So I did leave performing for a chunk and I became a professional dog trainer. And when I moved back to Minnesota, I obviously continued to be a music lover and loved seeking out live music. And one such night, I found myself at the Volsteads in Uptown and heard this lovely lady who was sitting in with another band. I don't remember. Do you remember who you were playing with that night?
It was Dean Harrington. He's a great local guitar player.
Okay, yes. Yeah. So what's funny is I've worked with Dean since then, but for some reason, I guess I didn't talk to Dean that night. I only talked to Myra. But anyway, so we struck up a conversation. She mentioned that she had a friend who was like looking for advice on like her dog or whatever. And we started talking about dog training things and old music. And turns out we're both old souls that love music from like the 20s, 30s, 40s. I'm like maybe on the slightly more modern end of like 40s and maybe even to the 50s sometimes.
Crazy.
We'll meet each other halfway.
So then I was just like, hey, we should get together and sing sometime. And then we did. And Yeah.
She actually approached me about doing a potential like Christmas show. So we had started singing together. It was around Christmas, and which is funny for me because like I grew up actually not celebrating Christmas, and I had never even done like Christmas songs before. So I'm like, sure, great, let's learn this repertoire. Like, let's do it.
That's awesome.
Yeah. And then we played a New Year's Day show, and and then COVID happened.
What? I heard about that thing.
I know.
Yeah. So you met just before COVID, so you had no idea what was coming, but then you had COVID sort of, it sounds like COVID was actually a solid incubator for this.
It sure was. Yeah, because we were spending a lot of time together in our apartment. We lived together, and we would just, she would text me from her room. She'd be like, we'd sleep in, whatever. Text me, do you want to meet in the living room in like 10 minutes? And like, I have a song. She calls it Song Babies. It's like, I have a song baby idea. And I'm like, okay, yes. And then I come out with my guitar. And then it really actually does look like that. It's kind of ridiculous. Like,
yeah. And, but we obviously, we weren't living together before the pandemic.
Yeah,
that would be weird if I like met you out at a speakeasy and I'm like, oh, you live in my house or whatever.
No, I was talking about later on, basically the timeline of when we wrote Whiskey Kisses.
Yeah. Anyway, sorry.
I love that. I call my new songs, anytime I write a song, it's a brand new baby song. Yes. I don't call it a baby until it's done. I don't know.
Oh,
I don't know why, but that's the title it earns once it's a completed song. How was the process of naming your duo? How was that for you? I have a duo side project, and it was a real challenge. I think naming bands is hard unless you're trying to name absurd bands. Is that your experience, or was it easy for you?
It took a minute. We definitely brainstormed a list of different ideas, and we kind of just settled on the Good Time Gals. We liked the ring of it, and liked like the little play with rhythm, and the one downer about
or
that
upside.
Well, apparently we do have to give the preface at our shows that if people look up our band, that they should really make sure they put the band after the Good Time Gals, because it definitely takes you down a couple different internet rabbit holes, which sometimes you might want to go down. I don't know.
That's right.
But
I don't know.
They probably won't find us down those rabbit holes.
Got you. Band is crucial, or music, maybe. Some of those qualifiers.
Yeah.
We'll stick to those. That's awesome. So you live together, so writing is like a convenient thing.
Oh, or like, yeah, it really is. Like,
that's awesome.
Well, it feels like living the music, because like often it'll be after we both get done from a separate show, and it'll be 2 a.m. and she'll be like, hey, I have this idea. And like, we'll go out and work on it at 2 a.m. So
but it's not just about convenience. Cause I mean, I feel like the duo, like there's something magical about like the sensibilities that we have, and like, whether it's musical or like our tastes with like really vintage roots of music. I feel like that is a shared thing that we both have, that I don't know, maybe it's harder to find, or I'm not sure, but I feel like there's something unique here.
Yeah,
it's not just
well, I think what I heard, sometimes when things are vintage inspired, it doesn't also have that ring of authenticity of truth for the persons, but that felt, which is not a real sentence, what I just said, but it felt very, very honest what you just performed for me. Like, and I thought that was really cool.
Thanks.
So, does that make any sense?
We write from honest places, so that's why it sounded like that.
Yeah. And the guitar, can you tell me about your guitar, Myra? It's gorgeous.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, this is just this is a workhorse guitar. It's an Ibanez. Nothing really that fancy about it.
Other than you, you're fancy. You're the fancy.
Oh, thank you. I mean, I do have quite a few different guitars. I would say my favorite is one from 1936, and it was just crafted in a way that guitars these days are not crafted. So if you like tap it like that, it'll resonate. You can put your ear up to it and it'll be ringing like a minute later. It's just beautiful. But anyway, don't ask me about my guitars. That could be a whole nother loophole to fall down.
Can I ask you briefly, when did you pick up the guitar? How old were you?
Yeah, I was maybe around 6th grade. I would have been around 12. but I didn't actually focus on that. I was really swept up by piano playing and did a lot of that, and then actually didn't really fall in love with the guitar until maybe a few years ago.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Are you Minnesota native?
I am. I'm from Bemidji. Shout out
Yes.
Bemidji if anybody's
Shout.
listening. I used to park on the lake too.
Sometimes my friend Doyle, who lives in Bemidji, watches, so Doyle might be here right now. We don't even know. Sometimes you play with a full band, so clearly you're like self-contained as a duo, and that's amazing. But sometimes you also play with a full band.
Yeah.
And your full band is all female and all amazing. I saw Liz Draper.
Yes, on bass, Beth Varela on drums, Alyssa Jacobson on fiddle.
That's awesome. And you do have at least one full band show coming up in this, not near future, but people can write it on their hearts, July 9th at Palmer's.
Yes. So that one is a co-bill with the Django Peppers. And that's going to be awesome. But also right here at KJ's on August 14th.
Yes,
is our album release, and everyone should have that on their radar. August 14th.
Yes, and I wrote that with big hearts because I figured first what we were going to talk about. You're going to tell us about your album, recording it. Tell us about the recording, then we'll make another big splash about the release.
Okay.
I'm being bossy.
Yeah,
but I want to hear about it. You just recorded your debut album.
Yes.
Yes.
We sure did. Yes.
Yeah.
It was so exciting. It was unbelievable. We got to record at Pachyderm with all of the ladies that we just mentioned.
Yeah.
And it was a beautiful, lovely process. It was hard. But like,
I kind of did it as like a bit of a marathon just because, as emerging artists, our budget is not huge. So
but we're also, all the gals in this band are hardworking musicians. Like they are all pros. They work all of the time. So like just finding scheduling between all of us to make a way that works. Like, I mean, it's a good thing that everybody is so in demand, but it's also hard because it's like, ooh. So when we get all of us together in one room, you want to be there for that show.
Yeah.
That's awesome. How many songs are going to be on the new record?
10.
Are they all originals?
All but one.
Yes. Was it hard to pick the songs? Or was it obvious?
There were a couple that didn't make the cut. But I think for the most part, it was obvious.
And Whiskey Kisses is going to be the title.
Sure is.
Yeah.
And it looks like if I go to your website, the Good Time Gals band.com,
yes.
.com, that I can sign up to learn about pre-ordering. Is that true?
Yes, you can.
Cool.
It's like right there when you go to the main page.
What's the process where in the process is the album right now? You recorded it, then it was mixed with Matt Patrick at the library.
Yeah.
He's so great.
We love Matt Patrick. Huge shout out to him. Huge thank you.
Yeah. And then now where is it sitting now in the pipeline?
It's mixed and mastered, and now it's in the process of getting all the ducks in the row of like the copywriting and the stuff.
And printing after that. And then we're probably going to have it a couple months in advance of when our actual CD release party is. So.
Yeah. That's good. That's good business. You can run a big pre-order. Debbie, you're a beautiful visual artist too. Debbie, did you make the artwork for it?
I did, yes.
It looks amazing. Seriously, she's so good at what she does.
I know she is. Debbie always had like so many talents, and so
I know. Save some for the rest of us,
right?
Debbie.
I'm really excited to hear that. And so August 14th is the release date. That is a Sunday.
Yes, it is.
At KJ's.
At KJ's, which is where we are right now.
Where you are right now. And again, we're going to say thanks to KJ's for letting you hang out with me today. I love that place, and I love the people behind that place. What time is the show on the 14th?
Well, the time we have not totally nailed down.
You don't need to nail it down. People just reserve the evening. Are tickets already available?
Not yet.
They are not.
Okay. So that's just fine. Look over to Jeremy. Hey, Jeremy. Shout out to you. I'm wondering if you would possibly sing us another song.
Yeah.
Do we know any more songs?
No, that's it.
Oh, gosh darn
That's
it.
it. Just sing that one again then. That's great.
Tracks back.
feels like the first time. I'm going to mute myself again so that I can press the other button on your end. This is the Good Time Gals, everybody.
On an unexpected journey, life led us to meet. Took only but a minute to sweep me off my feet. A lifetime of loving quickly flashed before my eyes. Thinking of his tender kiss brought me waves of butterflies. I knew he felt the same as me, he even said as much. I saw it in the way he smiled, I felt it in his touch. Our worlds were mighty different, choosing me would mean a change. I wish I knew the reason why, but he felt he must remain. He took the easy way out, traversing his way down the obvious route. Showed potential and persistence, but chose the path of least resistance. It was the easy way out. It was the easy way out. When I walked out the door, oh Lord, a part of me remained. Strange the way he ended things, but kept looking back my way. Mr. Right professed to longing for the love that he let go. He was scared to leave the safety net of the life that he had known. Now hearing that, it hit me hard, and how my heart did break. Suddenly he realized he made a big mistake. But a man worth all my loving would have never let me go. So learning all life's lessons is a long and lonely road. He took the easy way out, traversing his way down the obvious route. Showed potential and persistence, chose the path of least resistance. It was the easy way out. The easy way out.
Oh, so good. I had to press all
Thank
the
you.
buttons. Now I can applaud. Will that be on Whiskey Kisses coming out August 14th?
Actually, no. That one is the reason why we did that one is because it's one of our newer tunes that we've written. So, yeah.
We are planting the seed for you to also buy our next album.
Heck yeah. Heck yeah.
If you want to hear the rest of the
Long
tracks, you have to buy the album.
That's right. That's right. That's right. That's so good. All right. This is the time of the show where I ask you to take me by the metaphorical ear and spin me out to some new music. What is making your ears hot? You each get one.
We only get one?
Well, I know. Because again, we want to give people, manageable tasks.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
But
You go
each get
first,
one.
Debbie.
Of what music I'm listening to that's exciting
Fire.
to me.
Yes.
Oh, man. Well, okay. Well, lately, I don't know. I've kind of been all over the board. This is bad.
Debbie has a problem.
I know.
with
I
choices.
do.
Do you want me to go first?
I know.
and you
Yeah.
can think about
You
it?
go first.
I get it. I get it.
Okay, George Barnes. Oh my
Okay.
God. I know nobody cares unless you're a guitarist. But he was this phenomenal guitar player who was actually the first guitarist to be electrified on a recording. So he recorded with Big Bill Brunzi in 1938 on electric guitar, and he was this amazing sort of crossover, wonderful talent who was doing like the early stuff as well. Like he was there in that time period. He was playing with Carl Kress, but he also did country, and he did it so well, and he did jazz, and he did everything. And like for me, having all of that in one guitar player has just been like, so I have been listening to him nonstop. So
That's awesome. Thank you.
Yeah.
I will link to that below. So that's part of what I will then link to it so other people can also go get that inspiration. All right, Debbie, we've come to you.
Dang it.
I know.
Well, the thing is that I've been like all over the board. And I've kind of been focusing more on like seeing people out live rather than just like listening to things like, like on Spotify or whatever.
That's beautiful.
So I will say the other night I went to go to 331 Club and saw Laura Hugo and Kristen do their lady duet. And
Rosie?
they're awesome. What was that?
Is it called Rosie when they play together?
Well, so Kristen's singular band is Rosie.
Oh, okay.
And then Laura Hugo's singular band is Laura Hugo. I don't know if they've actually named their duo act yet.
Okay.
But they should, because it's awesome and I love their lady harmonies and such. So I'll get a shout out to them.
That's awesome. And I know I can at least link to Laura. Laura has a couple singles that I can link to make sure that people can go get into that. And I love your heart for going to see live music. One thing we didn't get to mention is you both perform a lot, and so we'll link to your show page. But one of the cool things you do is, like, Debbie, you are at KJ's every other Wednesday. No,
every Wednesday actually.
Every Wednesday. Shut your face.
Yes, every Wednesday. I am the MC for the open mic here. So if you have a song in your heart and you want to come out, or if you're working on new combinations or new material and you want to like workshop it in front of a crowd, it's a great opportunity to do so. And what I love about it too is that it's like all walks of life, all different, ages and levels, and I don't know. It's great. I love it. And it's a really kind, welcoming community.
Those are all my favorite things. So 7:00 is when the music starts, or is that when sign up is?
7:00 is when it starts, and basically we go until the music runs out, essentially.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, I'm going to link to that, and also I'd love to come by and see.
Yes, you should. You totally
super fun. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Then I'm going to ask you to give me. This is a collective. You have to come to one answer. An action item. What is one thing we can do to support the Good Time Gals?
CD release party?
Well, they should come to the CD release party. I know. Okay.
That should be the action item.
Okay.
Come to our CD release party.
Okay.
Come to our CD release party on August 14th.
At KJ's Hideaway.
I love it. Write that date on your heart. And then I've linked to your website below so that people can go also and they can sign up for that pre-order business we talked about.
Yes.
Right? Because if I sign up there, as soon as you're ready to take pre-orders, I'll know about it.
Yes.
Is that true?
I hope so.
You sure will.
Excellent. Yes. Oh my gosh, Myra and Debbie, thank you so much for being here.
You.
Jeremy, can you can you pop your face on there so we can thank you? I don't even know where you are physically. Like, are you far away? Are you close? Jeremy, thank you for all you do, Jeremy, to bring live music
there he
and
was.
community.
He was there,
I
and then
know.
he's gone.
Making
There he
his
was.
debut appearance.
He's amazing. So it is good.
Yeah.
Just, I mean, that's such a special space, and I'm so glad that they brought love and music back to that room.
Yes.
So thank you, Jeremy.
Yes.
I have to thank my patrons. I get to thank my patrons. These are my Sarah subscribers. These are magical humans who make it possible for me to do things like interview you while you're at KJ's and make new albums myself and all that kind of stuff. And so I love them dearly. So they get a thank you every time. And if you want to become a patron, there's information linked below as well. And then I need to thank the people who watch every Friday and hang out with me at lunchtime. Thank you for being here. We've got a few more episodes before we go on summer hiatus. So I will see you next week. But in the meantime, can I sing you, Debbie and Myra, a theme song one more time?
Please.
You had no choice. Hey, I miss you, and I hope you're doing well. I miss you and hearing your music IRL. So I am thinking that you sing me a song or two while I just sit here in my bathroom saying, hey, good time, gals. Hey, I miss you. Hey, I miss you, and I hope you're doing well. I miss you and hearing your music IRL. So I am thinking that you sing me a song or two while I just sit here in my bathroom saying, hey, I miss you.